Inflation's up. Groceries are expensive. You want to know how to save money grocery shopping? Watch my video for top tips on how to go frugal shopping and still make it at the end of the month. Let's get it. Okay guys, so you already know the first thing I'm going to say. Like, you already know what it's going to be. Hit it. Meal planning, you already know. If you have not caught on to the meal planning situation, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I really don't know what you're doing. So the first thing you need to do is get on meal planning. Right now, I'll link my meal planning notepads in the description. You've got to know what you're cooking every day. Like, you've got to know the moment that you can already schedule out what you're going to make each day. Therefore, you can go grocery shopping off of that. So first thing you need to do, meal plan. Best thing in the world. Second thing, look up sales. If I know we're in 2021, like, totally know, I'm totally with you. The good thing about looking up sales is that you know what is cheaper than something else. Like, as long as you don't have like a strict diet or like you have picky eaters, knowing what to buy that's on sale before you get to the store always helps. So sometimes like blueberries will be cheaper than blackberries. So then I know, okay, I just need to buy blueberries, or I need to buy 2 blueberries instead of blueberries and blackberries. So something like that kind of helps. Sometimes I'm like, oh snap, grapes are on sale. I won't buy blueberries or blackberries. I'll just buy some grapes. Also, my kids are not very picky when it comes to apples. They love them, but sometimes they'll be like Gala apples are on sale, or like Fuji apples are on sale. Like, they're not gonna notice the difference between those 2 apples, and so I just buy whichever one is cheaper. So always look up what's on sale. I'll link as well. This Flip app is amazing. You just put in your zip code, it'll let you know all the sales ads that are going on in your area. So I usually just go through that on my phone. It takes like 10 minutes and I can see what's on sale. Next thing you need to do is eat in season. Y'all, this is like the biggest thing ever. And when I mean it's the biggest thing, it's not only is it can save you a lot of money, it also lets you explore different things. So if you just saw my last video about like certain things I bought at Trader Joe's or Aldi, those things I won't eat all the time, right? So the butternut squash or the acorn squash, those things are not, you're not going to eat those every day, right? But it's fall season. Those are things that are in season. And so those are things that are usually on sale. So the cool thing about that is like you get to try different recipes. And when you try different recipes, you're not going to be going out to eat. You're going to have different food on your plate. So you're like, this is good. I can't wait to try this new recipe. Not like, I'm going to go up the store or I'm going to go up the street and get me some Chick-fil-A. So always buy what is in season. I'm also going to link a website. It'll show you month to month what to buy for each month, what's in season, and what to avoid. So definitely check out this website. And so the next thing is Fetch app. If you don't have Fetch app, also use my link below. It's really cool because the Fetch app, it's not like Ibotta. I've been obsessed with Ibotta for years and it's just getting really difficult. The cool thing about Fetch app, you just take a picture of your receipt and you go about your day. I didn't use it as much when I was working my 9 to 5 because I was just too tired. Now, as soon as I come home, I'm scanning receipts and then your points add up and then you can use them for gift cards. So definitely check out Fetch app. Okay, and then my next tip is called One Process to Fresh. So I grew up where my mom made a lot of things from scratch, and she didn't do it because she was just like trying to be super healthy or green, which I'm pretty sure she wants to be healthy and wants to be green, but like it's cheaper. It's always cheaper to make things from scratch. And so also on the other side of that, we're always like short on time. I have 2 boys and I have all these businesses, and so I try to balance between how much processed and how much fresh is on their plate. So I try to do my best to, for every one processed thing, I like to have 2 fresh things. Do I hit that mark every time? I do not. But it saves money and it's really healthy for you. So if I give the boys, I don't know, chicken nuggets, which are processed, instead of making the nuggets from scratch, I'll try to give them some like fresh broccoli. I'll go ahead and steam it. Or fresh broccoli and a side of raspberries. And if you watch my stories, those are things that they really do eat. And so I always try to make sure like there will be processed food on their plate. Like some of the things that you will buy will be processed. But if you balance it out with processed to fresh, not only are you eating healthy, you can kind of balance out your budget instead of trying to make everything fresh and from scratch. And so the next thing I try to do is a 3-step process, and it keeps you from running to the store. So the more times you go to the store, the more times that you're gonna spend money. And so the first thing, or the 3-step process I do is fresh, frozen, canned. So buy fresh broccoli, buy fresh ground beans. Also buy frozen broccoli, or frozen green beans, frozen broccoli, and then buy canned. And so when you have those 3 things, you can stretch out when you need to go to the grocery store, right? So like if I only bought fresh items, then like I'm gonna spend a lot of money. But when you break it up like that and you buy in quantities, it's gonna look weird. Like you're gonna feel weird buying fresh broccoli in your cart and then having some frozen bags of broccoli and then having like canned frozen vegetables. The thing about it is that once you go home, you'll cook the fresh is going to it's going to expire quickly, so you need to cook the fresh first, and then after the fresh you go to the frozen, and then after the frozen you go to the canned items. And so that should stretch out your trips to the grocery store. So when you eliminate trips, you save money. And so the next thing I'm gonna give you a tip on is meatless. So if you're a vegetarian, I feel you. Like my husband wants to be a vegetarian. I don't want to be a vegetarian. The thing I do love about meatless meals, money. You save so much money on meatless meals. Like I'm obsessed with it. I love how like I can cook a meatless meal for like, I just buy a bag of beans, put, you know, season it up, add some fire roasted tomatoes, and I'm done. Like, and I'm full. I'm good to go. And so try to eat meatless 1 to 2 times a week. Not only is it healthy for you, you can also save money. And meatless has gotten so popular to me that like there's so many options, like there's so many recipes out there. I don't have to like have a whole list for you of things to try. Just know things that you like and then just test them out and see if those things stick, and then just start incorporating those into your meal planning. Last but not least is find ways to make your own, like your own specialties, right? So one thing about I love to make is my own tea or my own juice and things like that. And so one thing we do is we try to, when we want to save money, we're trying to balance time, is make our own sweet tea. It's cheaper, I can control how much sugar is in it, and it's just way more affordable than just buying a thing of Gold Peak sweet tea. If you want to save a lot of money, before I was a little bit more strict last year when it came to grocery shopping. We didn't even have juice in the house. Like I was just like, there's no need for juice. Like your option's water. You don't need juice to survive. Like it's more enjoyable. But now I have juice and I also have vanilla Coke. So you got to pick and choose. I'm willing to do a few cans of vanilla Coke and make my own sweet tea, and then cut back on maybe throwing in another meatless meal to kind of balance that off. But you just got to find what works for your family and what kind of fits into your schedule. So guys, that's it. I hope you found these tips super helpful. And guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.